Waiting.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, we're live. Amazing. We are live in the house on this fabulous Wednesday. I mean, it seems to be sunny everywhere.
Yeah, making such a difference, isn't it?
This wonderful weather that we're having. So I'm live here with Yvette. We're going to be talking all things about online dating. This is the new thing now. We're not going to come and talk to you about mindset or identity or manifesting. We're basically going to talk about online dating, which links in with it all anyway, right? Doesn't it? It's all about mindset and manifesting. No, I'm only joking. Just trying to get your attention. But maybe at some point in the future, we'll do a live about relationships and dating. It's going to happen.
Two Scorpios, Jesus, what could possibly go wrong?
I mean, it could go west. And we have just had a Scorpio full moon, haven't we, Yvette? So now is the time actually for expansion, evolving, releasing. Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about that? If you're here, come and say hi.
Yeah, so the Scorpio full moon, which was on Monday. So full moons are always about illuminating stuff that we're ready to kind of release. And obviously Scorpio energy is all about transformation. So birth and death, rebirth, birth, death and rebirth. That is the mantra of Scorpios, really. And Pluto, who's our ruling planet, is actually in retrograde at the moment. And so retrogrades are all about just kind of looking inside. And Pluto is the planet of like our deepest feelings, whatever they are. So all of that's coming to the surface and a light being shone on that so that we can just transmute it or alchemize it or whatever it is. And so it's all about like the deepest things, and it doesn't necessarily mean like bad things. It could be good things as well. Like, where have you got unexpressed joy and passion? Where are you kind of like holding that down a little bit because you don't feel like it's appropriate or whatever to discuss with other people? So
Love it. Thank you.
That's okay.
So we're not really here to talk about online dating. We're going to talk about how to own who you are and how to step into that new version, this new identity, so you can unlock your next level of success, which is what Yvette has done, which is why Yvette's going to be here and going to be talking about her journey, because it's much more interesting than me just blabbering on myself for 20 minutes. Because Donna, is in Minorca. She doesn't like the sun, but just having a fabulous time at a retreat. I mean, I have just come back from Australia, so I can't really complain.
I was going to say, yeah.
Not really complain. Somebody's got to stay home and do the work, right?
Oh, I know. That's it. Hold the fort. That's what's nice, that you've got the two of you, though, isn't it? So you can tag team. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think we were saying that we were going to talk like a section of time, weren't we? As in like from a period of time. And there's so many things from last year that I did in the Now Is Your Time world that was just phenomenal. And one of them was mind coding. And then at the end of, so in September, you guys had that group VIP day as well, which you told us, the ones that were there that were mind coders, that we graduated, which was great, because we were all like, it was like being back at school again, like, oh my God, have we passed? But just like talking about that and like the incremental changes and stepping into the ownership of like how those types of things. And the identity work that we did as part of that was like, I've spoken about this before, like a really key part for me. But it all started way back before that in the January, which was when I made that affirmation of I am a woman who keeps promises to herself. And it was like, I said those words and then it was like everything else just kind of clicked into place. And like these little incremental, I'd always been of that mindset of, like, you have to go hell for leather, you have to do everything, like until you're ready to, like, whatever the thing is that you're trying to do, until you can like put down the thing you're currently doing and go like hell for leather, full on, blah blah blah, it's not worth doing. And actually that's just such rubbish. And what I've been loving about all of these things that I've managed to like do, these little changes, and it's only been in the last 2 weeks that I've had this drop in of like, oh, okay, like look at all those seeds that I planted that are now coming to fruition. So mind coding, one of them, fundamentally changed my life, but it's also just changed how I deal with clients as well, and how like I take them through their process, whether that's in the marketing side of my business or the evolution side of the business, which is the breath work and the that type of thing. So there's that. I made some changes in my business last year as well. I did some grown-up things, and at the time I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to make these changes because I need to affect my profitability. And so I've just had my figures done for this year, and my revenue's up 2%, which is like a modest but great. It's in the right direction. And my profitability is up over 200%. Wow. Because I made some changes in the business to take cost out and got really kind of intentional with it, which is insane. And then I've taught at, since then, like 2 in-person retreats, and I've been doing loads of corporate work with like the breathwork and the Kundalini online for, you know, groups of like 25 to 35 people, which is brilliant. I've loved doing that. The marketing business is kind of taking, it's finally kind of, I'm steering the ship in a different direction, more on the consultancy side. And also with that, like I've had the same branding and the same persona for forever, since I launched the business. And I'm just I've actually not just, it's like this started a while ago and it's just been like bubbling a lot. I just did something easy breezy, like, oh, I'm just going to message the lady that helps me with my visual branding. Shout out to Becky. Mm-hmm. And it started as like a small conversation like that. And now it's like, okay, I'm now rebranded. I haven't launched it out to the world yet, but it will be coming. You know, the website's underway, and I've actually just stepped into. Okay, so this is the speak stuff into existence as well. So there's an element of stuff that I haven't like put out there. Oh, sorry. The other thing before I go on to that is that I actually took the plunge, and it took me 4 years to do it. But I hired an amazing VA through our lovely Victoria, and this lady's name is Eloise. Shout out Eloise, she's just fabulous. And at first I was like, is this lazy? Am I lazy? Am I just being lazy? Like, you know, surely. And I read this insane book, that Dan Martell book, Buy Back Your Time. And so I entered into that relationship with like really clear goals of what I got really intentional. I think that's a good word as well, like intentional with that too. Like, what do I want this person to help me with and whatnot. Honestly, I'll never go back. I'll never, ever go back. And I'm trying to work now that I can figure out how to have her for more hours because it's just freed up so much headspace for me as well, because I'm not like cluttered with my diary. I'm not cluttered. And I've got someone that I can just go, oh crap, like this is, the wheels have come off of this, or something's happened, or can you fix it, and she's there, which is fab. Okay. So yes, and the weight release, so yeah, so that's happened since last year as well. So it's been something that has and again, this is not whether you should or whether you shouldn't, it was just right for me. I was really feeling funnily enough, the bigger I was, the smaller I felt. I was like shrinking into spaces and things. And so for me, just about the fitness and kind of being able to do the things that I wanted to do. And I got a little bit concerned about my health as well. So I have released 8 stone 5 pounds. I can't remember what that is in kilos now. It's insane.
A person.
Yeah, it's a person. Yeah. So yeah, so anyway, that's that. But the speaking into existence part of it as well is actually, it doesn't need to be, you don't need to, when people used to say that to me, I was like, okay, what? So like, I've got to go on socials and like announce shit to the world. And that's not how I've rolled in my business at all, ever since day one that I set up. And although I help other people to do that, it's not my vibe. That's not how I do it. And so the speaking into existence can be anything. And so it could be like with the coaching group that we have with Limitless. It could be at that VIP group session where I spoke some of those dreams into existence. It could be me just running through my thoughts of how I want certain things to run with Eloise, for example. We were doing that this morning. I have a regular fortnightly catch up with her. And I was like, right, these are the things that I really want you to help me with. And I'm speaking them into existence, because once I've said the words, generally the universe just kind of like lines. I mean, you've got to take actions. What's that phrase? Is it you or Donna that says it? Pray and move your feet. So like say the things and actually do the actions.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so at the moment it feels like everything's kind of, and which is right for the seasons where we are in spring as well, everything's sort of coming together, and it just feels like that next level of like what's next, and you know, and things just keep sort of dropping in. And we were just on the Limitless call, weren't we, and we were talking about how I delivered a session yesterday for a big corporate for their mental health awareness week, and I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be cool just to do more of these? And then I had an email come through of another big multinational corporate that I'd worked with before saying, can we book you for 10 more sessions? Got off of the Limitless call just now talking about all of that and speaking it into existence. And I've just had a confirmation for, you know, one of my marketing consultancy days that's come through. I'm like, wow, this is easy. Like, this is easy. How easy is this stuff coming to us?
I love that.
Yeah. So
amazing. I love that. And the reason that we want to share this with you is obviously Yvette is continuously investing in yourself and growth and evolving. And this just demonstrates, like in the last 12 months, the transformations that you've unlocked within yourself from changing your identity, right? And we talk about the 4 corners, don't we, which covers finance. You've just talked about your profits in your business increasing by 200%. We talk about like career and purpose. So it's like you've rebranded your business. And you've also expanded into the other area of your business, which is delivering breathwork, which is delivering Kundalini sessions to corporate, which you declared for yourself last year. Then we talk about the whole health, the relationships. To me, like this is a relationship with yourself, right? With around the commitment that you've made to yourself, that you're a woman who keeps promises to yourself, and also health, like releasing 8 stone and 5 pounds, like a whole person. So you have created and unlocked a next level of success across all areas of your life, right? In a year, like not just one area, all areas. And this is what happens when you change your identity, when you imprint and recode a new identity and you see yourself differently and you step out and own it and embody this new version of yourself, right?
Yeah, and I think the thing that I would say, because I'm sure people will relate to this as well, is about like in some way, shape or form, we're all overthinkers. I am. And you can put the plans in place and you can dream the dreams and you can write your manifestations down and, you know, all of those things. And actually, yeah, fine, that all has a place. And take a step. Even if it's just telling like your best friend over coffee or whatever, you know, I mean, I've got the my Do It Messy podcast is now launched. It's out there. And so now me telling you this and talking to the girls in Limitless and that was speaking it into existence. It's only got 2 episodes on it. I'm going to be releasing one each week, but it was just like, take the step, whatever the step is. Doesn't need to be big. Doesn't need to be like, for me with the rebranding, for example, it was a WhatsApp message to Becky, my dear friend Becky from Bare Left Studio. Shout out to her as well. She's great. She's a great web designer, great graphic designer. And it was just like, hey, you know, can we do this? And do you offer payment plans? Because, you know, legit, I needed to have a payment plan for that. And she was like, yeah, I do actually. Yeah, great. Like it would be like, hello, like just, it doesn't need to be big. It just needs to like just be something to move you in the right direction, you know?
I love that. So it's like, for those of you watching, if you are, please put a comment in, ask any questions. Is there a question you would like to ask us while we're live? If not, ask a question afterwards on all the places we're at and we'll come back and answer them for you. But it's like, if you want more success in any area of your life, whether that be wealth, whether that be health, whether that be a relationship, whether that be in your career, in your business, like, it's all possible for you. It's all there waiting for you to step into, to unlock it, because the unlocking of it comes from within yourself, within your own belief system and your identity. And the reason that we're talking through that is because we know that we're going to be running a VIP day in person in Newcastle on the 3rd of July, and we've got limited spaces still available. And we want to let everyone know that this is available and to you, so that if you want to come and spend the day with us in a room with some amazing women to unlock your next level of success, then get in touch with us. If you've got any questions, ask me your questions and just send me a DM saying unlock my success, because we're here. We want to we've got limited space, but we want to offer it out to anyone who's sitting there thinking, like, I've had so many conversations this week on different group calls about people who are feeling stuck, people who are feeling blocked, people who are feeling like they're procrastinating and they're getting in their own way. And like, coming to a day like this, as you know, with all of the work that you've done, you can walk in as one version of yourself and walk out as a completely different version of yourself. You can unlock yourself while you're in that room and walk away and then transform your life in loads of different areas, like Yvette has, right?
And also, I just think, just really quickly before we jump off as well, like if I think back to the group that I was with on that day, which amazing, beautiful. You know, there's Sarah Pike, who has then successfully launched her divorce coach business, is flourishing there. Sarah Pocklington, coach on a boat, who's now declared about like being a speaker, and she's doing like speaking things and all of that. I mean, there's so many. I'm going to forget like whoever. Oh, Victoria as well, obviously our Victoria, who you know, like, I can't remember if she said just doubled or tripled her business, whatever it was. Like her business like expanded exponentially after that. And I don't know if there's any others that are sticking out in your head, but those were the ones for me. And Denise as well, who was in Limitless too, and like how she manifested some really, I say manifested, I don't want to use that word actually on this because it makes it sound like it's something that it's not. She put actions in place to create like what she want, like her ladder that she wanted from her career development in a corporate role. Yeah, it was bananas.
So do you want some of this? Do you want to come? First of all, look, you get to come to Newcastle if you don't live in Newcastle. In a beautiful hotel at the Malmaison on the quayside. In July, it's going to be sunny. It's going to be a nice place. We even feed you, right? We give you lunch. You get fed. And you're in a room of literally inspirational women who are all there wanting to change their lives, wanting to evolve, wanting to expand. Like, nothing is... Sometimes you go in these communities and when you say what you really want, you dumb yourself down or you make yourself small because you don't want people to judge you. Fuck that. Like, you get rooms and like everything's possible. We're all limitless and like nothing sounds crazy, right? Because we're all about like creating change and transformation in our lives. And you get to walk in as one person, you get to leave all of your shit behind, and you get to walk out feeling like a reinvigorated, transformed version of yourself. And you can even book to stay in the hotel and stay there overnight and have a night in Newcastle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
and go out.
You can go out if that's what you want to do. So if you would love to grab one of these spaces, please send me a DM. Or Yvette, if you want to ask Yvette, because Yvette's been to many of the days. If you don't want to ask me, and look, just say it. I can't remember what I told you to write.
Unlock your success, did you say?
Thank you. Unlock my success.
Unlock my success, yeah.
There. Success, it's all like there's a lot of S's in there, isn't there? Back to online dating. So yes, thank you. Unlock my success. Yes, DM that now. Ask us any questions. Ask about any questions, and yeah, we will encourage you to come and join us for the day. But we're going to be going live again over the next couple of weeks with some more fabulous women sharing their experiences and their transformations. And the reason we do that is because none of us we're not superhero characters. We don't have magical special powers. Like, we know the techniques, we know the tools. One of the ladies says, I've got the technology to be able to go take a step forward and create this change in our life. And if we can do it and you're sat there feeling stuck and blocked, then it's possible for you. This is why we run these days. This is why we show up and we share these experiences and transformations, because it's possible for everyone, right?
It's like having Donna and Cheryl in fire hose format.
Who wouldn't want that? Who would not want that? So thank you so much, Yvette, for coming and sharing your fabulous journey. And like I say, we'll be live over the next couple of weeks with some other amazing women sharing transformations. Send us DMs, get in touch, ask us questions. Ask questions on here if you want to, and we'll come back and answer it. And go and enjoy the rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world and when you watch this. Thank you, Yvette.
Thank you.
We will say goodbye, and we're off, signing out. See you later.
Bye.